That's so, and also too, when you were on the podcast the first time, that was, I want to say February of 2023. You had told us that you were working on a country album.
Yeah.
Right? And you said it was going to be some old school, like, country. But that was like when you planted that seed, it was like a year and some change ago. And now that this is being released, your new album's out, Second Rodeo.
Yeah.
Full-on country album.
Yeah.
You spoke about it briefly on the podcast, but like, what are you, speak about that album. Like, I know that, how long of a process was that? Is that something you've been wanting to do this whole time?
Yeah, like year. Well, okay, so first of all, I think so for like the casual supporter of mine that doesn't really follow everything I do, or like the casual hater or whatever, like they're like, you can't do country. Like they don't understand that. Like my first album that I did, there's a country song on there called Crossroads. There's no rapping on that song.
Yeah, we was talking about that at dinner, yep.
You know, I think on almost every one of my albums, I'm not going to say there's a country song, but there's definitely some singing of myself on the hook, or a song that's kind of close into that vein, you know, like Ramble On or Clean Money, Crossroads, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
or Leonard
Calhoun, yeah.
Calhoun.
So it's something that comes easy to me, is writing those types of songs, and they're funner for me because they make me feel better.
Yeah.
With the rap shit, it's more like just aggressive style.
You gotta kind of get in like not a mean headspace, but you kind of do.
Yeah.
An aggressive headspace.
Yeah, and it's like, that's one side of me, is that I'd like to show people the other side of me, you know, the more vulnerable, like, in thought, you know, side. And this country project has, and that's another thing, I think a lot of people thought when I was gonna drop a country album, it was gonna be like this, like the like pop, like style,
like really
country,
polished bro country,
or
whatever.
like really rap, mixed with some country or something.
Yeah.
But I chose the music that I know, and the first country CD that I ever owned, I was 15, and it was David Allan Coe's Greatest Hits. And when I didn't like country music, because the only country music I was hearing was the shit that was on the radio.
Yeah.
And then when my mom's husband, Ed, gave me that CD, he's like, listen to this, tell me what you think. I was like, whoa.
Oh, the country can be like this too?
Yeah, it was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
What is this? And then, you know, it's like, this is like outlaw country. So then I start digging in, you know?
Yeah.
And that was like huge to me. Like super, like I was like, holy.
Because it's something new that you found. You're used to probably listening to hip hop or like rock or something.
It was kind of like,
it is kind of hip hop.
Country. It was like that. It was like gangster country type shit. You know what I mean?
It was against the proverbial man.
Yeah.
It was against, you know what I mean? Yeah.
So what I did with this country album was basically, I picked like the hardest thing to do, and that's, in this day and age, I made outlaw country music. Like that's not popular right now. But I don't give a fuck,
right?
Because it sounds cool.
Yeah,
and I like
doing it.
Yeah,
yep.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hype about it, man. I'm glad that you was able to do that, and it's really dope too, man. Because I'd been hearing from some of our buddies about it, and they were like, "Man, have you heard Adam's country album?" I'm like, "No, man. He's been telling me about it," and they were like, "Bro, it surprised me." You know, in a good way. Like, and everybody was saying, like, I thought it was going to be this way, which is what you was just talking about. Everybody probably perceived it to be.
Okay, so I get a phone call.
Yeah.
From a country artist.
Yeah.
A big country artist.
Yeah.
It wasn't Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
Big country artist who's been in the game for 15 years.
Yeah.
I sent him the album 2 weeks before it even dropped. I said, listen to it, let me know what you think. He called me back in like 3 minutes. I thought he was gonna call me back like a few days.
Yeah.
And he said, Adam, I gotta be honest with you. I thought what you were just about to send me was gonna just be some bullshit. And then, you know, they say, no, you know, no offense.
Yeah,
Usually when you say no offense, you're about to say something offensive.
Yeah.
But he's like, man, I really didn't know what to think. I really thought you were going to send me something that I was just going to be like, damn, man, I wish you would have. And he was just so excited for me. And I knew that was genuine. Like, most of your friends will tell you, like, oh, yeah, that shit's dope, bro.
Yeah,
and it's not. Like, you need a guy that's going to tell you, yo.
You need to work on that some more.
That shit's not it.
It's not it. Yeah.
And he was like, I thought this shit was gonna suck.
Yeah.
This shit is dope.
Yeah.
And I knew he would have told me the truth. That's why I sent it to him. And yeah, I'm happy about it, and it's doing well. And if it wasn't doing well, I'd still be happy about it. That's the only kind of country music that I want to make is what I just did. It was an awesome process.
And when this is being filmed, like you've already got more music videos shot that'll be releasing. Some of them will already be out when this drops, but then you'll have, like, you're releasing how many music videos from the album?
So I wanted to do 7. Mm-hmm. I know I'm doing 5, and I already have 4 done. I got one more. So I think 5.
So at least half the album, yeah.
Maybe 6.